Did you know Sam's a sailor? If he could, do you know where he'd go sailing? The Dead Sea!
Good morning, everybody. Ollamh here, and welcome back to Sierra Saturday and Police Quest Open Season.
Entering the morgue always provides a sense of anticipation.
The funnest. Oh, gee, I wonder why.
Hi, Detective Carey.
Hello, Sherry. I'd like to see Deputy Nobles. Is he available?
Show me your badge.
Right, okay. Yeah, I wonder why this fills him with anticipation.
You can go on in, Detective Carey.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hello, Detective Carey. Did you know Sam's a sailor? If he could, do you know where he'd go sailing?
I don't know.
The Dead Sea!
Oh, good grief.
Go right in, Detective.
Right. Can I grab this stuff here? Because this looks important.
You pick up Hickman's personal belongings envelope. You pick up Bobby Washington's...
Alright, so we've got their personal effects envelopes and stuff. Oh, gee. That's pleasant.
Hello, John.
Hi.
Hello, Sam. I'd like to ask you a few questions, Sam. You got a minute?
You bet, John. Fire away.
Okay, so, let's get the specifics on Hickman.
Sam, what can you tell me about Bob?
Why don't you begin at the beginning and begin by asking me the specifics? That way I won't miss any topic you might want to explore.
Okay. What about the autopsy?
Sam, have you completed Hickman's autopsy? What are your preliminary findings?
The autopsy is complete. Beyond the surface evidence, I found a ruptured gastrointestinal tract. Fluids were sampled, and I'm having toxicology tests run, including all known poisons.
Good.
Have you made a determination on the cause of death? Sam, what killed Bob?
There are no gunshot wounds on the body. There are, however, 2 injection marks on the upper left arm. The eyes have been glued shut with some form of epoxy, and there are burn marks to the face which look consistent with a cigarette burn. Then, of course, there's the missing index finger on the right hand. Torture, poison, maybe. Definitely not natural causes.
Right. So Hickman had a really bad time of it.
Sam, will you go over the physical marks found on the body?
Yes, there are 2 injection marks on the upper left arm, the burn marks to the face and upper torso, the epoxied eyes, the missing index finger, and then there are restraint marks. The restraint marks appear where you would most expect to find them, on the ankles and the wrists. At these points, I found fibrous material, all very consistent with what you would expect to find at a torture scene.
Right. Okay, interesting. How about his lividity?
Sam, what can you tell me about the body lividity?
Lividity appears 2 places on the body, first and most notably on the buttocks. This would indicate to me that Hickman died while sitting and then was left in that position for a period of time.
Okay.
Or once killed, he was moved to a sitting position and then left for a time. The second area of lividity appears on the upper back and shoulder area, and I believe resulted from the time the body spent in the alley.
Okay. So that's it as far as Hickman. So he was tortured, his eyes were glued shut, he was burned, he had finger cut off, he had injection marks, the whole 9 yards. And it was done while sitting. Okay.
Sam, do you have a preliminary back on the toxicology tests?
Not yet, John, but I believe we'll find that Hickman died of poison, as opposed to, say, a heart attack. If Hickman was killed by poison, it could have been a slow and painful, and quite obviously torturous death.
Which fits with
there are signs
everything
of stress
else.
around Hickman's eyes, which would indicate that he was alive when his eyes were glued shut, and he attempted to open them.
Oh.
Also, the burn marks on the face are a bit irregular, not perfectly round. This could be attributed to Hickman jerking or pulling away as his face and body were burned.
Makes sense.
All in all, a gruesome end.
What about fibers or hairs, Sam? Were you able to find anything substantive?
Actually, John, I was able to lift fibers from the areas of restraint. I imagine these will turn out to be rope of some kind.
Probably.
Of course, the body was covered in alley debris, so it is difficult to determine what extraneous materials will actually pertain to the killer or killers.
All right, that makes sense. How about the child?
Sam, what can you tell me about the youth?
Exactly what would you like to know, John?
The boy's identification? Confirmed, and if so, by whom?
The Lucky Mini Mart owner confirmed the body as Bobby Washington, a local neighborhood boy.
All right, good.
Has the boy's family been notified?
Yes, and as I am sure you can imagine, the mother is near hysterics. Her name is Bernadette Washington, and she lives around the corner from the alley.
Fun.
The poor woman is so upset she can't yet bring herself to come down and claim the body, or the few small trinkets we found on the boy.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, that's just, yeah. Nobody should ever have to go through that.
Sam, do you have a preliminary on the boy's cause of death?
I counted 17 points of entry, John. The boy was mowed down, execution style. Cause of death? Gang violence, if you want a personal opinion. Professional opinion? The youth was killed by gunshot wounds to the head and body.
17 points of entry. That's 17 gunshot wounds. Ah.
Has the boy's autopsy been performed yet?
Yes, it was, John. I was able to pull 3 slugs out of the body. They look like 9mm. I've sent them over to SID for a ballistics check. The body is in cold storage, waiting for the family.
All right, I think that's it. Okay, so yeah.
See ya, detective.
Bye, creepy guy. Yeah, let's not get involved with her. Okay, so this is Bobby
The
Hickman.
weight of the envelope indicates there are many items within.
Yes, open them.
The weight of the Bob Hickman's personal belongings envelope from the coroner's office. The weight of those.
Do I need to cut it open somehow?
The envelope.
Maybe I don't need to actually do
Leaving?
anything with them.
Leaving.
Yes. I'm trying to anyway. Oh, maybe I just need to go to the map. So we can go to Hickman's house, but first let's go to the crime scene here.
Graffiti Mars.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's go down the alleyway here and see if there's anything else. There's another Rude Boys Get Bail tag.
It appears that slugs from a firearm are lodged in the wall.
Okay. Can we get him out with the putty knife?
You loosen the slug from the wall. You loosen the carrot. You You loosen the slug from the wall. You loosen. Be more specific. You loose.
All right, so we have to loosen them all.
You lose. Be more specific. You lose. Carrie, be more. You lose. Be more specific, Carrie. This slug is already loose.
Okay, so we've loosened the slug, so now we want to take a bag.
Be more specific. Be more. The evidence. To collect the slugs, detect. Be more specific. Be more specific.
Well, if I knew exactly where the
Detective,
point was.
Detect. The evidence has been removed.
Okay, so we've got one more that we need to loosen up over here.
Be more Carrie. The evidence has already been removed. Be more specific. Be more. You loosen the slug.
Okay, that is one of the annoying things is the need to be
detective.
I don't know exactly. It doesn't tell you exactly where the point is for that. But now we've collected a bunch of bullets from the exact same spot here.
What you looking at?
You?
I'd like to ask you fellas a couple of questions.
Yo, baby, who be you? Ooh, the man. He's got his credentials. I ain't seen no brass coming around here. You want to be showing me something, baby? I'll be talking.
Okay, so I need to show you my badge, right? Makes sense.
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD, homicide. I'd like to ask you fellas a couple of questions.
You be the man. Ask away.
Last night there was a double murder, a police officer and a neighborhood boy, Bobby Washington. Do you know anything that might help us solve what happened to them?
I be knowing nothing. That couple? What do you be doing down here anyway?
That's a good question, actually. What was he doing down here? But we'd already know he was captured at some point.
Did you know Bobby Washington?
Yeah, that little man was okay. He always be saying he gonna grow up and be the next Dave Stewart.
Okay.
You a big baseball fan? I see you've got a baseball. Yeah, baby. I like all them sports. This here ball, I find it. Find it in the field. What's lost is now mine.
If you can think of anything that might help us, why don't you give me a call down at Parker Center? Just ask for Robbery Homicide Detective Carey. You never know when I might be able to repay the favor.
I be hearing you, baby. Yo, I be fly today. Never know when I'm gonna know something that can help.
True. So yeah, he found a... So we have the Rainbow Cafe... whoa.
Talk is, you're a cop. Cops are bad for my business. My advice to you, keep moving.
Alright, I will. So yeah, I really wish there was a way to adjust the music level and the speech level, but there's really not.
This man was at the crime scene. This young man...
Alright, let's talk to him.
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD. I saw you last night in the alley.
Got some spare change a fella can have? Got some spare change a fella can have?
Yes, you already asked for spare change. I guess I do have some.
God bless you.
Now, can you answer a question
I'd like to
or two?
ask you a few questions.
Yeah, okay, sure.
You were in the alley last night. I thought you might be able to tell me what you know about the murders.
Just popping sound. I don't know.
Can you recall any unusual activity
So
in the
popping
neighborhood last
sounds.
night? Any arguments or unfamiliar people?
The cop was... he was dead.
Could you be more explicit, sir?
I didn't,
Sir?
yeah. Yeah, what?
He's kind of out of it. All right, well, we're going to save here. Because that is all the time we have for this particular episode, so now we know a bit more about what happened to Hicks, and we know that there was something major going on that Bobby Washington got caught in the middle of. Not great information, but it's a start. Of course, later on this afternoon, we're going to have more. We're going to go into the store, talk to them. We're going to go and see the see what the Washington the Washington's mother. Then we're probably going to go and talk to Hicks and see, and talk to his widow and stuff. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and don't forget to prod the subscribe button down below so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some
Cheerio!
crazy and also lazy, then you should meet me and my friends. Even though
No
we
amount
got
of gold
no
can
money,
buy
sure
this
it's
knowledge.
so funny, yeah,
But we
everything's
lock it
gotta
up
be
so that
down
only
just
one
like
person is allowed to come down here and do anything about it.
Sit up, speak.
Woof.
Louder! I can't hear you!
Woof.